welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be doing a flip through of this journal which I recently completed, and it's pretty full now. It's really chunky, and I've been working in this for around 2 years, so it's about time we move on to a new journal. I'm kind of sick of this one now. So okay, about the journal, I started it in 2021, towards the beginning of 2021, and I made the cover with wallpaper, and I just made like a little cluster of stickers and washi and stuff like that. I did a no-sew binding, and I put charms at the bottom with a few buttons and beads and all, and yeah, that's basically it. There's a ribbon here to tie it. So it's a bit bigger than your normal A5 journal. It's just slightly bigger, maybe 1 inch by 1 inch bigger, and yeah, it's really full and heavy. So let's start with a flip through. Okay, so the first page is nothing, it's just empty. And then this page, I usually like to do an intro to the journal, so it's always an interactive element, and some journaling about the journal, how I feel about starting it, and like which journal it is and the date. So there's this page, and then the next page is just a random, like a art journal page, which is just literally just random stuff, which is really colorful, and it's smashed onto the page like that. Nothing special, just random stuff. Okay, then the next page, here is an envelope, and inside I tucked some journaling hidden away. And then on this page is another envelope with more stuff inside, and then the journaling about it here. Then here is a packet which I got something in, and then I just put a project life card in it and wrote about that. Then here's a packaging of some hair dye, and there's more project life cards in here and more about the event. Okay, and the back of it is also the rest of the box. I like this pretty pink images here. They were really pretty, so I just added that, and then I journaled in different directions. Here's pictures of drinks from a place we went, and I did some more journaling about that on a project life card. It says today was a good day. Okay, and then this is a flip page which I closed with a paper clip, and it's like a shopping thing with like clothing tags and stuff. There's journaling under the tags and on little doilies and labels and stuff. There's tea bags, and the flip out under here there was the receipts, but they faded now, so I can't see anything, but at least the memory of it is still there. Okay, on to the next page. It's just chocolate wrappers from a few gifts I received. This ribbon came around something also, journaling, and just a perfume box packaging, and I wrote who gave me what. It was actually for my graduation, so like we give each other gifts at the end of the year. Yeah, and then this is just more stuff. There's a paper bag with a bracelet in there. The bracelet broke, so I just put it back in here. Another gift bag, and then here was some wrapping paper which I made into a little pocket, and I put everyone's little notes in it. And then the side is my report. I think it's the report. And then here I just drew like little doodly illustrations of literally what everybody gave me. Okay, then moving on, I just found like a few scraps of letters I used to give to my sister as a kid. I was like maybe like 6 years old, and I used to give her letters, so I just stuck it to the page. This is my journaling on a coloring book page I had also from around that time. And here's another letter I gave to my mother, and in there is a little pocket I made with a label, and I just stuck a little note I received from someone in grade 7 or something. Okay, to the next page is more head-eye. This is like almost a year after the previous one, but I didn't journal for really long, so they both ended up in the same book, even though the time span of both is really far. So this one is purple, and then I wrote about the whole story. Again, I kept these images here. They were just so pretty and I love it so much. So that's there, a little drawing and a sticker. Yeah, that's it for this page. And moving on is just this, it's like a leather sample piece of fabric, and I made it into a pocket to tuck some random notes in it, and I just journaled about it in the back. And in this page I have a journal process of it. It's a wish list in an envelope, and that's basically it for this page. So it's just an envelope in a belly band. And the next page is another receipt and some paint swatches, and on this little page I just journaled about it and stuck it in with a paper clip. A doily, which I didn't do anything to because it's pretty as it is. I dyed this myself with food coloring. This is a book cover I had, I think, like years ago in school. So, and I like the illustrations of it. It's really pretty and curly, and I really love it. So I just left this page blank. Here I just collaged with a whole lot of receipts. They're already fading, and yeah, I just put the project life card and journaled on it. And here's a little doily type of thing, and there's journaling on there too. On the next page is just random notes and stuff. They're all from the same time period, so I just stuck them together, made a belly band, and wrote about everything here. This is from somewhere we went, and there's receipts here. I journaled some on a project life card which I made into a flap. The box's label, and then it moves on to the next page. And this is also from the same day we went somewhere else. There's pictures and the little wristbands that we had on, and then on a page I just journaled. Okay, on to the next page. It's just a doily, a printed linen one, and I just wrote a quote on it. And the flowers on the other side went really well with the colors, so I just left it like that. Okay, here is a sealed page. So it's just some sketches I did of Apple, and there's journaling about it, and that's basically it for this page. 3 sketches, and they were all done on a different time, but they were close together, so I just put them together. Then here's also like another art journal kind of page, just random collaging here and there. And then I added this little pocket, and in here I wrote the story on 2 project life cards. And then here's just another linen printable and journaling. And then here is a little tuck spot, the receipt, and I just wrote about my lenses. I finally got some. So yeah, this is the packaging of the solution bottle. Okay, then the next page is just flowers, which okay, it's not really flowers, it's just like random plants which I picked at the botanical garden, and I made them in these see-through kind of pages and just like added them into the book. So yeah, these are just really cool. And yeah, then the next page is like the actual spread about these flowers. So here there's an envelope. In here there's a project life card and a few pictures which are hidden away. And then there's one more flower, plant, leaf thing. And then there's these cards, there's journaling, lots of writing, pictures. And then I took tons of pictures and I printed it all, and I never know what to do, so I just collaged it onto this page and put little labels and wrote about it. Okay, this is the other side of that pretty book paper, and I just left it because it's just so pretty and it's busy, so there's nothing much you can really do on it. The other part of the doily too. Okay, then here this is like another pocket, and it's more like a life update since I said I didn't journal in a while in the middle. So it's just 4 pages of only writing, and I tucked it into this funky looking pocket. It's got like gold foiling on it, and it's like really pretty. Okay, and then on the next page is a receipt I got. This is from also my lenses, and they gave it in a pretty plastic bag, so I stuck that into and journaled about it. And here is just the envelope, and the envelope is really pretty. It got like pretty gold foiling glittery on it. And then over here there's just like autumn leaf die cuts which I added onto the page. Okay, the next page is just from some mochi we got from online, and then I journaled about that, and more food packagings. Okay, then the next page is just journaling, only journaling, and it's in different directions. It's actually 2 different events. I wrote here, and then a few days I fill the space up. So this is in gold pen. I don't know if you can really see it, but you can see it in real life. I think the camera is making it not too visible. So yeah, there's journaling, only writing here. There's like pretty gold flowers and stuff. Okay, on the next page is just like a whole ephemera dump. So they're all from the same time period, and I had these things laying around, so I decided to put it in. So in here there is just a full A4 page full of writing, and there's a receipt there. This is a bag from Pies, and it's clean. I like immediately after I got the pie I took it out, so the bag isn't like messed, so I can put it in my journal. So it's a clean bag, and it's not smelling like pie. And then there's a packet, like a little candy wrapper there, some Oreo wrappers. There's a flip out. This is from some cookies, and they were like so lekker, so delicious actually. So I added those. I wrote about that. And then this is a little label from my nephew's, one of his toys. I don't know, I had it for too long and I don't know which one it is, but I just added it as like a tab. So the next page is some calligraphy I did for someone, so I just journaled about that. This is also from like 2 years ago. I had the picture and I never journaled at all about it, so I made like a pretty page, and then I journaled on some black paper in gold writing. Okay, the next page is just green paint and white writing on top of it. This is towards the end where I couldn't really decorate the page and I wanted to just finish the pages, so I just painted and wrote on it. So the one page there is done. This is a page envelope and it actually folds out, and this is another life update, and I think this is also like 4 or 5 pages stapled together, and it's literally just writing, a whole lot of writing, and it's just tucked into this envelope page, and yeah, that's it there. And then on the back side here is these are like some ribbons which I just found, so I swatched them, put a linen printable there, and this is William Morris postcards, so I made a pocket out of it, and on this ginormous plain card, I just stapled my writing to it. Okay, then the next page, okay, this is a swatch page I did in my previous Junk Journal with Me video. It's just swatches of ink and washi tape and a paper I bought and the journaling about it. It's just tucked in there. Then the next page is a continuation of this. It's just the receipt, more stamping, the packaging of the stamp. Okay, then this page is just like a bunch of like artistic things that I used to make when I was small. So there's loom bands, and like I used to make things with clay. So yeah, there's a flip out here. The flip out has bookmarkers I made with my sister for some like a stall. So we have that. There's a doily and I wrote about it. Yeah, and then there's this heart-shaped tag which I stapled onto the page. The back of it has a drawing in, and then this flips out for some journaling there behind it. And yeah, this is mine and my sister's first junk journals, our very first. We were so excited, so we took pictures of it, and this is our art journals. Okay, that's it for this page. It's a bit busy, but it's really cute also. Then on the other side, it's just more shopping. So there's tags, clothing tags, and in here is just a Project Life card writing about what happened. This is also one of the William Morris postcards I have. I have a whole lot of these, so you'll see it everywhere. And okay, this is my first junk journal video. I did a spread on this. So this is one of the first spreads in the journal. It's just a little funny story. Okay, the next page is just two shopping lists stapled together and stuck onto the page, and there's a story for that. And then I made these little markers, and I have galaxy papers, so I have a picture of that, a Project Life card which flips open. That's it for that page. Okay, and then I made journals for my two friends. This was like, I think in 2020. So I got pictures of it because they were really pretty. I think they're like one of the prettiest journals I made. I really liked how they look. So I packed it up for them and everything. And then this side is just my friend thanking me for these journals. So I just screenshotted because everything she wrote was so wholesome. So I screenshotted it and just stuck it into the journal. Okay, on the next page it's just some packaging of a moon lamp I got, and I journaled on a Project Life card about it, did a little illustration on how it looks. And this was a magazine page or something, and it had a lamp here, so I didn't want to cover it up, so I just left it there. I covered the guy who was sitting with it though. Then on this side, okay, this side is plain. I didn't end up doing anything on it, and it's just a pretty collage and some journaling. It's a life update, a random one. Okay, then on the next page it's a spread about my nephew. I just put sticky notes to cover his face, but it's just a pocket, and I think it's like a little note to him, or it's a update about him. I don't know. So it's on this cute star paper, and I just put these pictures of him when he was like really small and cute. He's still cute. He's really cute. Then this is from something my sister gave me. It was like a huge surprise, so I just put a little envelope. She also journals, so she made everything pretty so I can journal about it. So she put envelopes and decorated it and all for me. So here's a little note she wrote for me in an envelope. There's a picture behind this page and the chocolate wrapper. And this is the top of the envelope, which I made into like a pocket there. And it flips open, so this is the actual envelope itself. And she decorated it really pretty with her pretty stickers and stamps. So this flips open, and then there's some packaging of the stuff she gave me. She gave me these little thingies with notes in them. and there's pictures of what she gave me. And here's another envelope and her really long note on everything. And then in here there's also another note and some scribblings from my nephew. So that's like really cute. She decorated everything so prettily for me. Yeah, and she gave me like a bunch of things too, like labels, and this blue shopping list paper, she gave it to me. So yeah, then the next page, the next page is just me journaling about the whole thing. I put her wrapping paper that she gave it to me in on the page, and I just wrote about it with little die cuts. There's decorations. Then on the next page is just journaling. It's literally just writing. There's a lot of writing in this book. I did more writing than the artsy stuff that's in this time because I didn't really want to journal, but I wanted to record the events. So I just used to write everything down. So yeah, this is just writing directly onto the page. Same on the side. I did decorate it a little bit, but it's just only writing on the page. Okay, we are towards the end of the journal. Then on this side it's just some really delicious cake I had. I think I'd say it's the best cake I've had in my entire life. So I journaled about it. I had to, and then the box had a little sticker, so I cut it out and stuck it in here. This is also from like 2020. I only got to journal about it like in this year. So yeah, that's that spread. Okay, then the next page is also just another random art journal page where I just took stuff and stuck it onto the page. I was actually journaling this with my sister, so I wasn't paying attention. I just wanted to laugh and have some fun. So it's a really untidy looking page, and there's a dry flower here, but it was fun to make. The process was really wholesome, and that's what matters. Okay, this side, I didn't do anything on this page. I don't even know why. There was no reason why I didn't do anything on this page, but it's blank. But it's got this picture of this ocean, river, or whatever it is, so that's fine. And then here, yes, this journal is as old as Among Us. Like, I took a screenshot of me playing Among Us with my friends, and I did some journaling about this also. Yeah, so this journal is that old. And yeah, so that's the last page. I don't do anything on this page, and this is the back cover. Yeah, so that's it for this journal. I've been in it for around 2 years, and I'm so happy to finally be moving on. I'm sick of this journal, like working in it, because it's all I've been looking at for so long that I just wanted something new for a change. So that's it for this journal. It's really bulky and it's full of stories and memories of the past 2 years, so it's still really precious, and I made it so neatly, and I like how it looks. It's got this really modernish look to it because it's got this modern wallpaper on it with gold like accents on it. So yeah, that's it for this journal. It's finally over, and I'm already making my current one. It's going to be done soon, and then I'll probably do a flip through of it or a journal with me. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.